For decades, Atlantic City has called itself the nation's playground. The convention hall has housed many diverse attractions for the amusement of vacationers at the famous resort. Now, however, world focus is on a different type of attraction at Atlantic City, the Democratic National Convention. The name of their chief nominee is a foregone conclusion. Still to be chosen is a man to run with President Johnson for the vice presidency. Meanwhile, back in the nation's capital, Mr. Johnson is putting in some busy days prior to plunging into the political campaign. More than 5,000 students are his guests on the south lawn of the White House after a summer of working in government offices. Most are studying political science and thus combined work with first-hand research. Mr. Johnson said he foresees their generation as one that has a rendezvous with peace, God willing. That evening, there's another reception at the White House, this one for congressional leaders. Almost all of the Democratic members are present, including Hubert Humphrey, front-runner for the vice presidential nomination, but only one Republican shows up. Thomas Kuchel is the only GOP member on hand as the president commends Congress for its work. As the Democratic Party delegates gather in Atlantic City, all the hoopla that is a byproduct of a party convention begins to build. What will the Democrats do without this fellow on hand? He doesn't care that the convention hall is a beehive of activity, as everything is put into readiness for the temporary chairman to call the delegates to order. It costs millions of dollars to refurbish the hall, install communications lines, and hire personnel. And in less than a week, it will all be over except the electioneering. There probably has been enough wire laid for teletypes, telephones, and television to string a direct line to the moon. One thing is certain, the American public continues to be the best informed group in the world. Apart from an expected debate over the seating of the Alabama and Mississippi delegations, the Democrats are expecting a quieter convention than the Republicans had. Definitely quieter than the 1960 convention when President Johnson won a behind-the-scenes fight and was nominated for second place on the ticket by acclamation. The Democratic victory meant that he was to be catapulted into the presidency when tragedy struck at Dallas. These are the scenes that ought to be repeated when the president comes to Atlantic City to accept the nomination. Then the battle lines will be drawn between Democrats and Republicans for the November election.